Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, Alaska Air Group to acquire Virgin America, Taiwanese-built CT airplanes are being delivered, RDD Enterprises upgrades the Lancair-4-P. I'm Bree Cross, it's April 6, 2016, and this is Airborne Unlimited. Alaska Air Group and Virgin America have announced that their boards of directors have unanimously approved a definitive merger agreement under which Alaska Air Group will acquire Virgin America. The aggregate transaction value is approximately $4 billion, with an expanded West Coast presence, a larger customer base, and an enhanced platform for growth. Alaska Airlines says they will be positioned to provide more choices for customers, increase competition, and deliver attractive returns to investors. David Cush, Virgin America President and CEO, said in part, quote, "Our mission has always been to create an airline that people love, and we accomplished that while changing the industry for the better. Joining forces with Alaska Airlines will ensure that our mission lives on." Alaska Airlines expects that Virgin America's pilots, in-flight teammates, guest services teammates, and maintenance technicians will be protected in the combination. The combined airlines will have 1,200 daily departures, with hubs in Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Anchorage, and Portland, being served by approximately 280 aircraft, including regional planes. Last month, Aero-News reported that Flight Design of Germany was under financial duress. At that time, we also reported that Flight Design USA was waiting to get their first shipments of CTs produced by AeroJones Aviation. Now the first Flight Design CTLS and CTLSi customer aircraft from AeroJones has been shipped to the Flight Design distributor, Airtime Aviation, located in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tom Pagany, the president of Flight Design USA, said, quote, "We are extremely pleased to get the first shipment of this fully approved and certified producer, Taiwan-based AeroJones. We have not been able to get enough airplanes to meet demand for nearly 2 years. With this first delivery of 2 aircraft to Airtime Aviation, we are going to get things really rolling again in the USA." Flight Design USA signed a production and distribution agreement with AeroJones Aviation of Taichung, Taiwan, to supply Flight Design aircraft and spare parts for the USA. AeroJones is a licensee for the CTLS and CTLSi series with Flight Design of Germany. After the break, the RDD Enterprise LX7 is based on the Lancair.
Cubcrafters is unique in that we can design, prototype, and certify and put into production an aircraft. There aren't very many companies in the world that can make that claim.
Redbird is quickly becoming the industry standard for flight training. Since Redbird introduced its revolutionary FMX in 2007, colleges, universities, and flight training operations around the world have integrated Redbird products into their curriculum. It's time to discover what Redbird can do for you. Join the migration.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Welcome back. If you would like to be a supporter of Airborne Unlimited, send an email to jim@aero-news.net. If you're looking for a high-performance airplane, RDD Enterprises provides an option by upgrading an existing airframe. RDD has announced that it's taking production reservations for its new LX7 Lancair-4-P conversion. The company says the LX7 represents an exponential improvement on the Lancair-4-P in performance, safety, range, and comfort. Some of the improvements listed in the LX7 conversion include a stall speed of 63 knots, a climb rate of 2,000 feet per minute, and a cruise speed of 260 knots. Fuel capacity has been increased to 180 gallons, which gives the aircraft a range of 2,100 miles. It's equipped with a full aircraft BRS parachute and a Garmin Avionics suite. They say the cabin has been modified to provide more passenger comfort due to the increased legroom and passenger space. RDD Enterprises says they are now reserving LX7 production placements, and they add that if you don't currently have a 4P to convert, RDD will assist you in identifying an eligible aircraft. After these messages, don't miss a Sun and Fun Innovation Preview.
based on the popular Sling 2 LSA. The Sling 4 was designed to be the most practical and desirable lightweight four-place experimental aircraft on the market. Find out more about this 115 horsepower turbocharged airplane at airplanefactory.com.
Are you stall smart? Ever since Orville and Wilbur took to the skies, pilots have been taught that the more airspeed you have, the better off you are. But over the last 100 plus years, we've learned that's not always the case. Take stalls, for example. The common belief is that if you have sufficient airspeed, the aircraft won't stall. The fact is, an airfoil always stalls at the same critical angle of attack in relation to the relative airflow, regardless of airspeed, configuration, or weight. Learn more at aspenavionics.com.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
Concorde's recombinant gas RG series sealed battery technology produces a high-performance battery with the advantages of being pre-tested and fully charged at the factory. Find out more about Concorde's entire line of batteries at www.concordebattery.com. Concorde, the heart of your aircraft.
Welcome back. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. Our Sun and Fun Innovation Preview is up, and it's better than we hoped for. It's over an hour of aero innovative disruption at its best. You'll see a link to the SFIP in the header of aero-news.net, and it's also available on other sources. The FAA has issued an AD to amend the operating manual for the Boeing 787-8 and -9 airplanes. Erroneous low indicated airspeeds could lead a pilot to over-control the airplane and attempt to regain speed that had not actually been lost. Pilatus is on a roll with 3 years of good sales. Pilatus said they have more than doubled incoming orders compared to the previous year and received a large fleet order from the Royal Australian Air Force for 49 PC-21 military trainers. Soloy Aviation Solutions has reached an agreement to purchase the FAA STC for the Tradewinds Turbine Bonanza conversion package. Soloy says with its 450 horsepower 250 B-17 series Rolls-Royce engine, the Tradewinds Turbine Bonanza has proven to be a wonderful airplane. Becker Avionics is pleased to announce Forrest Colliver has accepted the position of Managing Director. In this role, Mr. Colliver is responsible for leading corporate strategy for evolution and growth of the Becker Avionics Group. Well, that's the trip around the patch. Now let's move on to the rest of the news. From Lewis Carroll's book, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, Alice exclaimed her predicament was curiouser and curiouser. He could have well been writing about Icon aircraft. This is among the most unusual eBay listings we've ever seen. The holder of delivery position 23 for an Icon A5 LSA has placed the position on the online auction site with an opening bid of $250,000, or if you want to guarantee that slot, you can buy it now for $975,000. The eBay promotion says this is a Founders Edition aircraft, of which only 100 will be produced. It says that while some buyers have been waiting for the better part of a decade for their airplanes, yours can be flying in a matter of weeks. It goes on to extol the virtues of the aircraft, the simplicity of receiving a pilot certificate, and it says this aircraft is scheduled for a June 24th delivery this year. The promotion continues, quote, much less desirable spots still months or years away from delivery have been sold previously for prices between $325,000 to $370,000, which seems to imply that if you're just standing in line for your delivery, it probably won't happen until the year 2020. Well, that's our program for today. Remember to get comprehensive real-time 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. Remember that Airborne Unlimited is streamed daily Monday through Friday with additional breaking news bulletins for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. Please join us and a growing roster of over 100 outstanding industry associations and organizations every weekday for the best in aviation and aerospace news from the staff of the Aero-News Network, the aviation world's most comprehensive news and information resource.